Got to stick together, buddy. I'm going to turn back the clock to 1964 and show you what blew the world away is this exotic plant that nobody had ever seen, and it is back. This is a good luck totem pole.
Yes.
It's an Oriental totem pole that is so easy to grow. I've known your family for 25 years.
I know.
I don't think I've ever had a chance to present this plant.
You're kidding.
You know why?
No.
Because it sells out before it came to my morning show.
All right, I got you.
These can live for 100 years or more.
Yeah, they're decade-old plants.
Your mother started her business.
No, my grandmother.
Pardon me,
my grandmother. That's okay.
In 1964,
Yes.
she traveled from a little town in Indiana.
Yep.
You grew up just south of Indianapolis.
I did, Shelbyville.
Traveled to the big city of New York.
New York City.
To the New York World's Fair.
Yes.
With these that she had imported from China.
Yes.
And this is a woman starting her own business.
Yeah, she came from a small farm, you know. She never had an education. And we followed in her footsteps now for over 50
years.
60 years.
Now, this is what's cool. Look at this.
Yeah.
This
is what you're growing.
becomes this.
So here's one
These.
here that I have just started. And what you're looking behind me is what you're going to get after the first season and second season. But look at this. They sprout right out of these. Now, when Grandma sold these at the New York World's Fair, the diameter of the cuttings that she sold were about the size of a quarter.
Yeah. They were itty bitty.
Look at these. These are thick, healthy, girthy totem poles. And according to feng shui masters, bring good luck and prosperity.
You don't plant them in the ground. Not
Not
yet.
at the beginning. So
what you're going to do is you're going to take this log and it's coated in wax on one side and then also on the other.
And they're color coded, so you know the top and the bottom.
Yes. Now, by the way, for any of us who have younger members of our family, it becomes this science fair joy.
Look, this is the plant that I grew up with when I was 7 years old. My brothers and sister, there's 3 brothers all in our family, Court, Kevin, Eric, and then one sister, Cheryl. This is the plant that we learned to grow. We would have contests.
Cheryl's the only one that
hasn't
is
been
smart
here
enough, yes, to avoid.
She's down in Florida, and you never know. Maybe we'll bring her. So what I'm doing here is I'm scraping the wax off the reddish brown end. That's the bottom end.
The
so
other
I'm
end
not going to do
is
the
black.
Yeah, I'm not going to do the whole thing at this point. But once it's scraped off, then you're going to come back and you're going to put it in some water, just like I have right here.
And that water might be a bucket. It might be your favorite pot.
Yeah,
for a
while. Mason jar, a glass dish, whatever you want.
And it's going to sit in that pot for how long?
For 4 weeks. And what you're going to do is you're going to change your water 2 or 3 times a week. And then no matter if it's sprouted like this one has or not, it's been activated, so you plant it.
It starts popping.
It starts popping.
And look at these incredible leaves.
Look at that
They
beautiful.
look like they're painted.
Yes.
That's the natural
leaf. Come
leaf.
in close and look at the chartreuse stripe.
My favorite pieces I've ever bought from you were those trees that I grow indoors.
Yes,
I've got my Meyer lemon tree named Norman. That's right. He remembered. And you've done some other bamboo as well over the years. And this now, the bigger the pot, the bigger it will get.
Yeah, they can get up to 8 feet tall if you want to. Here's some inside in a home, but I love their arching
so cool.
green leaves with that beautiful chartreuse stripe down the middle. And look, if you want, you can plant them outside. Of course, they grow outside in the fields in China, and now we get them in Costa Rica, but these stay in the ground for a good long time. They're big, thick, healthy plants. You can see how tall they can get. And then look at this one. Boy, isn't she a beauty here? Look at the girth on that one.
Here's the one that gets me.
Look at
Do you know what people pay for plastic plants to put in an office environment
you get tired
or in your home?
of it and you throw it away, but these will live for years, decades.
And I love how waxy and wonderful these leaves are with those stripes down the middle.
You know where you plant them too? Indoors in a low light area. So a lot of ladies are buying these for their husbands, for their man caves, because the women know you need some life, you need some living energy.
I agree. And it's just, I'll tell you what, it's just a fun plant. Yeah. Now, let me come over here to this one, Court.
Oh, sure.
How old is this one?
This one's 3 seasons old.
That's it?
Yeah, 3 seasons old.
But, you know, I would love to.
The bigger the pot, the bigger they grow.
I would love to own a parrot.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, I am at the age where if I buy a parrot, my granddaughter better love parrots.
Yeah, you're right.
Do you know what I mean? But this house plant can define me.
Yes, and it'll
be passed down.
Uh-huh. And right now, I'm telling you, if you start this in your home, your grandkids maybe not going to notice it and comment on it, but they'll remember it. And they're like,
right.
In years to come, they'll be happy to have it. And they'll remember you, and this plant will remind them of you.
I urge you to consider doing this in 2s because they make wonderful bookends on either side of a fireplace.
That's right.
Or in opposite corners of an office space. I love the idea of walking into my office and having living greenery in there.
It's so important, isn't it, to your mood,
it really is.
Attitude for the day, and then have something like this that's so unique that everybody's going to comment on.
You hear me talk about Indiana, and pardon me, but I'm a proud Hoosier.
Me too.
I grew up there. This family grew up in Indiana as well, but they traverse the globe. They have greenhouses everywhere.
Yes, we
as
do.
far away
We really
as Hawaii.
Yeah. California, everywhere. Yeah.
And they are constantly traveling the globe to be able to find something unique. And I just love, out of respect for knowing you as an individual and knowing your family, that this was the plant that kind of started Grandma's business.
Yeah, I started growing this plant when I was 7 years old with my brothers and sister, and I'll be growing it until I'm in my 70s. I love this plant. It's so fun. It's so easy to grow.
Yeah.
Low light, regular water. Just feed it once every 10 days or so with your Roberta's Bounty, and you can't grow wrong. If you have grandkids, it's a great one to start with them. Pick up several of them. They can have their contest, see whose grows bigger, whose grows quicker. You know, we did it all. So we were competitive. Did you have brothers and sisters?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm the youngest of 5.
Okay.
I have 3 older sisters.
Oh.
Hand-me-down stunk. I don't want to get into it. This will be the house plant that you name.
Yes.
That's so cool. We're going to take a real quick break. We've got